Hi, it's Jenny, and part of my Jenny and Friends is getting to reach out and meet amazing people that are here in our community. And it was funny because we were talking with my friend Carlene, and my girls are really into gymnastics, like really love it so much. Like the little gymnastics are so cute too. But you work on a bigger scale for it with DU Gymnastics. You are the head coach over there. Melissa, we were talking about it before, but you've kind of been assistant coaches other places. What makes DU a little different?
Oh, University of Denver is so special. I love that it's a medium-sized private school. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of one-on-one attention from professors. And even within the athletic department, all our sports are incredibly competitive. So it's a competitive athletic department, but we don't have football. So it's not overwhelming. And I feel like the student athletes can support each other's sports, which makes it so exciting.
Well, and you guys are, and this is something I didn't know until recently, like one of the top 10 in the country, like even as a smaller like private school, like that's, I say smaller, but DU is like massive compared. But and that's super awesome. So we have the opportunity, and I think it said it was only like starting at $59 for like the whole season to get season tickets to go and see DU Gymnastics. That is, for me, I mean, as a single mom, especially kids that love gymnastics, it's awesome because it is a fun event. It's not just like, kind of the boring, everybody's just watching, waiting. It's like there's so much going on.
Well, people would be so surprised because we do have fireworks and smoke and fog, and the opening show is really exciting and the music's exciting. But I think we try to make sure that our student athletes are accessible, right?
Yeah.
And that we know they're mentors. We want them to be mentors in the community.
Yeah.
We want them to be accessible to the fans that come to the competition. That is one of the things we pride ourselves on, that it's low-cost family entertainment. Mm-hmm. There's different ticketing levels depending on where you want to sit in the arena. Yeah. So hopefully there's something for everyone.
Well, and if you have somebody like my 10-year-old who has the bug for it, it's nice to be able to, when they're frustrated or they're down, nice to be able to meet these athletes, see how far they've come, and see like the level that they compete at. And that being so close to home is important for, I think, moms and, who knows, the next big Simone Biles could be coming from DU. And I do love that because you guys have always been like, hey, bring them out. You even have a free thing coming on December 22nd too for families to come and check it out for themselves, right?
We do, and it's open and free to the public, as you said, and it's a great opportunity to meet the team and get to know them. We'll be signing autographs. We'll be out there, so it's like a first glance.
At first glance, you get to meet them and find your favorites. You can cheer them on, make little signs. I feel like at some point, if my daughter does ever get to that level, I'm like, DU would be the school that I'd want her to go to in Colorado, mostly because I'm a Colorado girl. I've only lived here. I don't want her to go out of state, but I know she's going to do whatever she's going to want to do. So the sooner I can get her hooked on that, the sooner the better. Plus, it's such a great school, DU is. It's always a place that I wanted to go to, but I didn't play a sport at that point. I was like, tennis, I'm average at best, so it's good. But people can come, and the season starts in January, right? And take it on Michigan is your first one?
So University of Michigan is our first competition, January 5th, but our schedule is packed. So we will have teams at like Georgia, Missouri, Arizona State, Oregon State that has former current Olympian Jade Carey on there. We also have BYU coming. So there's going to be something for everyone all season long.
And do you feel like because I know there's been a big emphasis on our strength as gymnastics for the whole United States. Do you feel like that's helped with people really wanting to be going into those departments and wanting to be athletes and really striving to be the best that they can be?
I really hope so. I mean, for women, for girls, regardless of what sport, of course, I love gymnastics. But I think the true life skills you get from it, grit and resiliency and determination and perseverance and persistence, they're not just words, right?
Yeah.
But those things that really matter to life skills much later on. And with gymnastics in particular, the strength, the flexibility, the grace, and still the athleticism, it does make it fun. And so I'm really hoping that the community can kind of get behind that and that we could be great representatives.
And coordination, too.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's maybe why my 7-year-old hasn't strived so much as my 10-year-old, but because she's coordinated like mommy. But, I mean, it leads to so many other things, and just that overall wellness and being able to really learn your body and know what it's capable of. I feel like that's a huge thing. We have, and I was telling you, in my kitchen, we have the bar. And so I'll be making dinner and it's like, flip, flip, flip. Mommy, watch this, watch this. I'm like, oh, goodness. And I mean, that was one of those things I bought for Christmas one year. And I'm like, oh, they're going to get so sick of it. No. Every time I try to move it discreetly out into the garage, it comes right back in the house. I'm like, okay, it's all good.
That's usually the story we hear, that some of these young girls are jumping and energized and can't sit still and are flipping over couches. And it is one of the reasons they get involved in gymnastics.
And every single time she gets a chance, she's like, oh, I'm just going to do the splits. I'm in the middle of the store. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like really proud of the splits. I'm like, she goes, Mom, what? It's fine. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like but it's so cute to watch them and to see them continue to expand. You get to see that on a bigger level with how amazing those athletes are. They work really hard, being able to go and support them, having their town, their community out there cheering them on, laughing, having a good time. That helps to prepare them too for the meets that you have coming up, especially with the really tough lineup.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm really fortunate.
Fun lineup. I'm supposed to call it fun.
Fun lineup,
it's
correct.
Fun.
Fun.
This is a gymnastics fun.
And there is a level of pressure, stress, intensity, expectation associated with being a top performing team in the country. But that's what you welcome. You want the best competition to come out here. You want that for your friends and fans, alumni, supporters. You also want that to prepare you for postseason too. But I think we have 15, 18 to 23-year-olds, and they do an unbelievable job. I would say that this is probably one of my hardest working teams ever.
So you've been, 27 years?
27
years. That's amazing. You don't even look 27. So obviously that's another perk of being a gymnast. And a lot of what they've gone through, especially that specific age, 18 to 23, with everything they've gone through in the last couple of years, with COVID, with all this scary, do you feel like that has made them even more resilient? In effect, where they're bonded closer together, they really do appreciate being able to get out there and show their stuff. Because I couldn't imagine being locked down for 2 years when you have this.
It was obviously, for everyone in the world, not a good experience. Yes, I definitely think so. Our pillars in Denver Gymnastics, like our philosophy, is based around character, teamwork, and excellence. And I can see areas of growth within all three of those pillars.
And that's great. Like it is a sign, I think, of that whole generation that's coming up right now, all the things they've been through, and still to be able to be at that level and compete at that level and have people like such as yourself and Nico, like being able to support them. I think that that's huge. And we don't realize how amazing we have it in Colorado for a lot of our different sports and whatever else. So thank you for what you do. Make sure you check it out. It's denverpioneer.com.
Yes.
And then that's where you can get more information and go and check them out starting January 5th. I know because Murphy Houston's granddaughter goes to Michigan. So I'll be there rooting, and he'll probably be sitting right next to me, and it's going to be very uncomfortable, but it'll be fun at the same time. And if you do have anybody in gymnastics, make sure you're looking into those, because I think there's a lot of programs where, like you said, they're accessible. They get to meet these gymnasts and see them in person rather than just watching them on the TV and being like, she's amazing. Now this is somebody they can look up to and maybe, get a little bit of advice on how to be better at the character development and things like that they've had to go through.
I would love to have Maddie and Paige, thank you so much.
Yeah, they're going to, you say that now. All of a sudden, Maddie's like, look I'm on the high beam. No! Because there's no fear at their age. Like, I was like, hopefully your kids have a little bit better of a grip on that, but mine have no fear. Mommy's sitting there going, oh my God. But so much fun. So check it out. DU Gymnastics. Thank you so much, Melissa. We appreciate what you do for the community, and I can't wait to see you.
Thank you so much.